Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good. I'm just saying. Oh, this is so good. Good morning, good morning, morning. Well, it wasn't you. Someone got fed up and unsubscribed from both of my channels. I don't know what people get so upset about. I mean, I don't know if it's because I sound condescending or whatever it is, but I ain't figured none of this shit out either, y'all. All the answers I got are just things I've learned and I try myself. And I try to help other people apply it to their lives. That's all we're all doing. We're just sharing an experience on here with y'all. Some of us are just sharing the experience and adding in cards. 6 of Summer, Ace of Springs. I actually got this deck from my friend Ashley, who I need to make it a point to go see because I keep thinking about her, man. But she gave me all her tarot decks. She remarried, and her husband, in their attempts to get over a doldrum, they're going to church, so she got rid of all her witchy stuff, which was her books, which is funny because I gave away my last books, and then she gave me a big box of books again to give away. And she gave me this deck of cards. I had this deck from her. I've got a deck up there from a friend named Kat. I got one up there from Lee Carney from Head, Body, and Soul. Which is funny because when I first started, they were always talked about, your first deck should be a gift. And my first deck was a gift. My mom gave me my first deck when I was 13. When I was 19 is when me, my mom, and my aunt went out and they got me the Goddess deck. That was the one first one I picked out for myself, but somebody else still bought it for me. And I think the rest of these, either I got for myself or they were like Christmas presents, like the bicycle decks and stuff like that. You can buy yourself your own deck, though. The quote that we're starting with today, it popped out. It says, "You want a heart? You don't know how lucky you are to not even have one. Hearts will never be practical until they are made unbreakable." It says, "But I still want one." Because I find that means that's the biggest shift. But you got the over-emotional, open-hearted people, and then you got the people who, for some reason, no matter what they do, they never feel like they feel enough. It's that song by Miranda Lambert, Tin Man. You give me your armor, I'll give you my heart. I love that song. I like Miranda Lambert. Another one of those funny things that people do. What? I'm not going to listen to Miranda Lambert anymore because she broke up with Blake Shelton. What the hell does that have to do with that woman's music? Lord Almighty. Then there for a while, you've had people picking apart Gwen Stefani. Oh, Miranda Lambert looks better than Gwen Stefani. People are so weird. People are so weird. I mean, I can't say nothing. Like I said, I'm all into the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. I think that's hysterical. I think it's doubly hysterical that Rob posted something on Elon Musk, and he's been cracking up because he keeps catching me watching videos about this stupid court case. And he posted something on Elon Musk, and I was like, "You want to know what's really funny about Elon Musk?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "He was cheating with Johnny Depp's wife while they were still married. There's hotel footage of him being sucked in by Amber Heard going up to their penthouse apartment while Johnny was away. Too funny, too funny, too funny. You can own Tesla, be one of the richest men in the world, literally be in charge of space rockets, and still be lured in by a narcissistic pussy and have it wreck your world. It's hysterical. It's hysterical. I find it to be some of the funniest things. Just goes to show you, you think you got it all. Last I think I heard, I think that they're pulling Elon to force him to testify about what him and Amber talked about when it comes to Johnny Depp and things like that. That chick is psycho. I have to say, I think the best story I heard about her, besides the one where she threw a vodka bottle at him and broke his finger, the tip of his finger off, and he had to have surgery to put it back on. Psycho. She shit in their bed. She denies it now, but there's phone conversations where she's like, it was just a harmless prank. And it's like, so you're admitting that you actually shit in your own bed? That's some crazy psycho stuff. I mean, and this is people who have it made. People who understand law of attraction and manifest destiny and manifest all these private islands and millions of dollars for themselves. And they have the most wonderful lives. And then boom, what? One psycho that he met on a movie set convinced him to leave his wife and 2 kids, marry her, and within a year, she's beating him, pooping in his bed. Be careful out there, y'all. Be careful. Everybody's like, it's such a game. It's so easy. This game is so easy, isn't it? Yeah, I keep thinking that. Everybody's got a blind spot. Unfortunately for men, those blind spots are usually between the ages of 23 and 30. They're about 115 pounds. I don't know. I went to school with some seriously snobby people. Seriously snobby people. That's why people are like, oh, you're not going to like so-and-so because they're a B or they're this and they're that. And I'll meet them. I'll be perfectly fine with them. I mean, like, what? I don't think she's a B. I think she knows what the hell she wants and she's going for it. She ain't a B. There's a difference. And I say this too. There's a certain level of drama you have to be willing to accept in order for it to be in your life. And I'm telling you, when you draw a hard line and you're like, I'm not accepting that kind of drama. Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Miss Cat. You have to allow certain amounts of drama in your life, right? You have to allow it. Like I listen to people talk and then some of the stories that they tell me about what they go on and running from the cops. Like I have one friend, the owner of the store that I was working with. She not the Zendan, the other store that would let me use the shop. She her grandson keeps going to jail and things like that, and then her daughter's on drugs, and there's all kinds of craziness going over there. And it's like you look at the one person, you're like, you're totally normal. How did all this happen? It's because those people invite drama. And as soon as you put up healthy boundaries, you'd be surprised that that level of drama goes away. Now, in my case with her, she put healthy boundaries up. The one daughter moved away, and the grandson did something stupid, was running from the cops, and he's in jail now. So she put the boundary up of, I'm not accepting this level of drama in my life, and the universe will remove the people who caused those levels of drama. I don't like a lot of drama in my life. In putting up healthy boundaries to drama and not accepting certain lifestyles and behaviors to affect my life anymore is why I don't ever really see my first ex-husband. You know, they like a level of drama in their lives that I don't accept. I said, that's one of the reasons that I ended my first marriage, is because I saw it was going down a violent timeline. And sure enough, I was right. He found somebody else to play that game with them. And that's what I was talking to somebody the other day. They were asking about what my definition on twin flames are. And I'm like, dude, before you start down that rabbit hole, always remember it is your choice. And the game ends the minute you stop playing. I apologize if you guys hear my stomach growling. I've been doing intermediate fasting, so I'm only allowed to eat between 10 and 5. I've been at it for like a week or so now. See a fair amount of conflict on the 3D line here going on right now. It's a good bit of conflict, or there was, because this is the first card. So generally this moves away from these energies. So, you got the Two of Pentacles, learning to balance it, kind of protecting your heart, right? That's what I like about this deck. He's got the bat around the thing, trying to balance, those energies out. Definitely still a lot of worry. I don't have enough. I won't have enough. What if it goes away? You cannot control everything. And the more details you try to control, the more you end up like this. Because you can't control everything, all right? The King of Pentacles is Mr. Controlling, right? In this deck, it's even the feminine controlling one. But still, you can't control everything, everyone. You cannot control the markets and the world, and if you do, it's just it'll keep knocking you off balance. It'll keep causing these conflicts. Keep following your passions, right? Keep following that call. You're still moving in the right direction. Just realize you can't control everything. Especially not in the 3D, especially when it involves other people. Like I said, if they're out of control and on a timeline you don't want to be on, the only thing you can do is cut loose of that timeline. As much as it hurts, don't get mad at me. Oh, that's easier said than done. But nobody said it was easy. Nobody said any of this shit was easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would be happy. Everybody would be millionaires. Everybody would be in love. It's not supposed to be easy. Games are not fun if they're easy, right? How long as a child did it take you to get bored of checkers and move on to more complicated games? Be sure you're casting fair judgment and rewarding those with your energy that deserve your energy, and not just wasting your energy on people who do not deserve it. 7 of Cups. I love this. I saw a saying the other day that I thought rang so true for the 7 of Cups. It said, don't become so thirsty that you drink out of every cup. That's how you get poisoned. The 7 of Cups, and this one is debauch. It's a lot of overindulging. It's a lot of, don't drink from every single cup. Be mindful. Use some willpower, some strength, right? Find the balance. Find some balance with it. And then you got the 8 of Wands, and I love the 8 of Wands in this deck because it's what? I'm not returning the same energy. I'm transmuting it. I'm moving on. I no longer take your criticisms and things to heart. I do not send hate back to you. I still want you to eat, just not at my table. But I no longer return the same shitty energy I transmuted. Morning.
No coffee?
No, I went with hot tea this morning. Oh, you have to make your own coffee this morning. You tell we have a caffeine problem over here. It's hot tea, but it's still got caffeine in it. I couldn't go that far. I just didn't want all that creamer being my first meal of the day. 5D. A lot of wands, y'all. A lot of wands. We got conflict. We got wanting to follow passions. We got wanting to put up healthy boundaries. We got wanting to move on. We got wanting to celebrate. Right? And I feel like the conflict is the chasing of it. What? You want to chase your dreams, set healthy boundaries, and move on from things, right? You definitely want to go from this to this. That is what we're all working on. And that's it. This is the roadmap. Let me set it up so that it's the right way for you guys. This is the roadmap. Work with your passions, plan with your passions. Do not give up anything that you're passionate about. Set your healthy boundaries. And anybody who would have you sacrifice something that you love and you're passionate about, move on from them, y'all. Move on. Don't stay with anybody who will crush your dreams. Stay with those that'll ride or die. Right? 5's a crowd. 3's a party. We're starting out with the Empress. Time to take action, power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Right? This is nurturing the ground you stand on. The Empress card is all about nurturing the ground you stand on. What do we mean by nurturing the ground you stand on? It's taking care of your space, your 3D physical space. Your 3D body. What? When you nurture the ground, when you take care of your body and you eat healthy foods and you drink lots of water, you feel better about yourself. Yes, it's rough having to put those boundaries and things on yourself so that you don't overindulge in things that you're not supposed to, and it's not easy getting into working out every day. That takes a while for it to finally be. It takes a while for you to get hooked on the happy endorphins you get from working out, cleaning up your space. Yes, it's tedious. And yes, there's a lot of stuff to go through and you're never sure where to start, especially if you're ADHD like me and you got a big mess. But in organizing, cleaning, decorating, putting things that you love out on display on your little shelves and knickknacks and creating yourself a space that represents you is how you start, right? That's what's important. I got a lot of tapping into the Celtic ancestors here. Garden space would also be a good place to be working on right now. For you though that are up north, it'd be time to start doing indoor seeds. I'm going to start sowing outdoor seeds here soon. In the shadow, we got I Won't Cry for You. I'm all out of tears. I'm all cried out, right? Whatever connection is that you're moving on from, it's not crying about it's not doing you any favors. That was the big message yesterday. I won't cry for you. Will not cry for you. That will not do you any favors. That is why you can't let go. Why? Because you're actively going, gotta let go, gotta let go, gotta let go, gotta let. Well, you can't let go because all you're thinking is let go, let go, let go. You're stuck in the action thought of it. I won't cry for you. I won't cry for you. All that does is make you think about all the reasons you want to cry. It's easier to just take a moment and let that shit out. All right. Got a lot of going on here, right? So 3 cards came out. We got reflection, time of reflection, winter solstice. I'm getting a strong sense that a lot of people need to really look back over the winter. Look back over what happened during the winter, what happened during the coldest parts of the months, and what happened during the hardest parts of the year. Reflect on what happened, how you felt, how you handled it, how things went, right? Learn, go back and see if there's anything you may be missing. Maybe, if you're having problems with your partner right now, there's something from the hardest part of the coldest part of the winter that everybody needs to look back and reflect on, because that is where an important message is. There's a lot of activation happening right now, and we are moving into a celebratory system, right? So you really want to get creative and get activated, celebrate, dance while you're cleaning. Put on your music. Let your hair down. Put on your favorite song. Go ahead and let your hair down. Right? I'm not sure. Like, I know I've seen it in movies and things like that. I don't know if it's a woman thing, but yeah. Get out there, boogie, and dance while you're getting it done. Make it fun, right? Mary Poppins, spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. When you make it a game, it becomes fun. Whatever tedious things that you need to do, put a little boogie into it. Put a little boogie into it. It'll make you feel better, right? Put on your club music or your dance music. Put on happy music. That's another conversation that we've been having lately too. And it was like, do you find it funny that certain genres of music are super, super violent and like trashy, slutty, raunchy music? All that tends to be in very certain demographical areas. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I'm just saying that people who live in nice suburban, beautiful neighborhoods with big houses and manicured lawns aren't running around listening to raunchy, violent music all the time. They listen to happy stuff. Mom, I'm live, lady. What are you doing? Just walking through the house. You got my grandma on speakerphone. Good morning.
Oh, Amanda says good morning.
How you feeling?
I'm glad it's over.
My grandma had knee surgery yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm live on camera, so be careful what you say.
All right, I'll go. I'll go. You're coming home today, right?
Music's important. Music is important. It's actually something that, my grandmother and them taught me a lot about that. She's very into music. I thought it was funny when she got her Alexa for the first time. We went over there to help her program it. And all she really wanted that thing for was for her music. And I thought it was hysterical because the first song she goes, Alexa, play Pink Floyd, The Wall. And then she looks at me and she goes, do you know who Pink Floyd is? I was like, of course I know who Pink Floyd is. I didn't. And my mom goes, of course she knows who Pink Floyd is. She's my child. I was like, how do you know who Pink Floyd is, Nanny? And she goes, everybody knows who Pink Floyd is. It's a funny thing. My family's trippy about music. But that's always been our thing. And we always happy, upbeat music will motivate you. All right. If you're heartbroken, it is okay. Like I said yesterday, you put on the sad songs, you cry, you get it out. You know what I'm saying? When the sad song comes on, it still hits you. It's okay to go through those phases, but you got to be able to pull yourself out. You got to be able, just as easy as you can slip into those sad songs and cry, you got to be able to slip into the happy songs and be able to put yourself in that elevated mood. And if you can put yourself into that elevated mood while you're cleaning, while you're doing your exercise, while you're doing whatever it is you're doing that you don't want to do, it will help you out because it will give you some happy endorphins. All right. And you do got a heart. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. All right. I love y'all. Let me go and get some things started. I am going to try and do an all signs here in a minute before the rest of the house wakes up. If I do, it'll be on my other channel. All right, y'all. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love you. Don't forget to hit my buttons, and I will talk to you tomorrow.